Good afternoon. My name is Kelsey Markey. I am a master's student at New York University studying data science and AI, and I am also part of a research team there investigating bias and stability in these hiring tools. I'm very excited to hear that New York City is considering this important bill. As a soon-to-be graduate, I am frequently subjected to various types of these hiring systems. These tools are used on me and other applicants to screen our resumes, to run background checks, or to analyze our social media profiles. They're also sometimes used as personality tests to see if a candidate will be a good fit at a company, and they're even used for video interviews. My longer testimony had an anecdote about my experience with these video interviews, which I will submit along with my written testimony, and I'm happy to discuss more. However, through my research, I have become very wary of these hiring systems and their lack of transparency. This is because time and time again, I have seen in my courses, research, and work how easy it is to make a biased decision system. To address Majority Leader Cumbo's question about how bias is introduced to a system, I'd like to mention that this can happen at many parts of the data pipeline, and it is often done without malice or intention. It can be introduced in the data that is used to build a system, as we might expect to see for a data set of a workforce that is historically lower numbers of women and people of color. It can also come from the features that the system uses for analysis. For example, if these features are suggested of protected classes like gender, race, or disability. Bias can also be introduced in the validation through the data or method that is used to determine if the algorithm is working as expected. And it can also be introduced through the technical implementation of the system, such as if the tool is applied to all candidates or just some. As part of my data science education, I have learned how to assess systems for potential bias throughout the data pipeline. However, when tools such as these are completely unavailable to the public, none of these questions can be answered. Transparency of these hiring systems is essential because it ensures accountability to the public and it facilitates audit by experienced computer and data scientists. This country has long said that discrimination is not welcome in hiring. So I ask you today, why are we not also holding these algorithms to the same standards? My recommendations for this bill are as follows. First, as suggested, these tools should be a subject for an audit for bias at a minimum of every year by an impartial outside auditor trained in issues of data ethics and responsibility. I also recommend that these audits have predetermined metrics that they must meet for quantifying what is an acceptable level of bias in a system. Also, because it's been suggested on this call, I will emphasize the importance of the impartial auditor in this. It is an obvious conflict of interest for these audits to be done by the companies who create and sell these tools. Secondly, this bill suggests that companies should make known, quote, the job qualifications or characteristics for which the tool is used to screen. However, I would recommend making clear not just what the tool was looking for, but also which features are being given to the system to determine these qualifications. And finally, as suggested here by others, I agree that there should be a thoughtful mechanism for the public to report the possible use of these hiring tools. Thank you very much for your time.